Guys, if you don't know, Marisha Ray used to be the host for Batna Son's Beatdown, and they abruptly parted ways um, over what most known to be this car wash scene. And they've had several disagreements because this was supposed to be a silly scene. It's supposed to be a silly scene, but Aaron intentionally made it not a silly scene. This caused some friction in between them and to go their separate ways. Now, I'm sure when Aaron sees her, he puts his head down because those in the inner circle beatdown, the people who are never working with Aaron again. If you want to get the Marisha Ray story, they may tell you, but they gonna make sure you're not like recording or anything like that. But the things I was told and gathered from various people who I'm not gonna name is after she left working for Aaron Schoenke, she went to a convention in Texas. And in Texas, this was when the Me Too movement was big, and not sure if she named him or alluded to Bat in the Sun and some Me Too allegations, which I suspect is over the car wash scene. Now, if you don't know, in real life, she was SA'd and she actually talked about it on the Between the Sheets. Now, the only way you could find this Between the Sheets Marisha Ray interview is on YouTube where someone is reacting to it. Marisha Ray has basically removed all that. And, I think she just doesn't want to be associated with that. And she damn sure doesn't want to be associated with Bat in the Sun in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So let's hear what she has to say, and then we'll get into the mental health stuff.
The most mature realization that any person will come to in their lives, and it kind of comes as a transition from adolescence into adulthood, is recognizing that your actions reverberate into the rest of the world. Your actions have consequences and reactions. And even if you think, man, no one's listening to this, Marisha's not going to check her tweets, so-and-so is not going to read this and think like, meh, I'm just screaming into a void. You're not.
So what this tells to me is she likely is aware of me covering the guy she wants nothing to do with. Not the guy, the guys, the production studio, the people who may have been her first shot. She wants absolutely nothing to do with them. You probably can't. You'd be hard pressed to get her to admit she ever worked with Bat in the Sun publicly.
We don't live in a vacuum. You're not shouting into a vacuum. When you do something, it fucking butterfly effects into the rest of the world. Think about it. Think about it. Think about whom. Get out of your self-centered universe for a second and wonder if your selfishness isn't maybe taking away from someone else's potential enjoyment.
Now, I you can easily draw some clear parallels to say she was talking about Aaron, but who knows? But let's get into some mental health. So this guy, Jared Tweedley, you're giving her the questions to ask you. This is in regards to Vera being the person asking questions on Aaron's podcast, which is such fluff, if you really want to, answer fans' questions, go live and do that. But when you say, hey, I'm going to have Vera ask y'all questions that literally you people suggest, and he filters out like he filters out his comment section day in and every hour on the hour, anything that's negative or conspiracy is not going to get through. Anything that says, hey, what happened with the car wash scene with Marisha Ray? It's like, oh, we worked together after that plenty of times, right? So we were cool. I mean, that's his kind of go-to. And you're like, well, he'll hang his hat on that. Things like that. Hey, why you keep saying Kevin Porter's gay? Oh, well, I never said that. I would never say that, which is just lies. But here we go. You're giving her the questions to ask you. Isn't that not actually an interview then? It's just scripted propaganda at that point. My question for you, posed by her, would be, when's the release date of Legend of the White Dragon? And what's the release date versus release dates of new projects such as Beatdowns? He has no idea when Legend of the White Dragon is. Y'all guys are wasting y'all breath. Now, could he release it tomorrow? Absolutely. Will he? No. He's trying to make some money off of it, but it's not going to happen. And the moment, I promise you, the moment you guys see it based on everything I'm told, no one is giving him more money to create projects that look like the same stuff he created in 2018, because that's what Legend of the White Dragon is going to look like. I promise you. Um, he responds, "It's a podcast where we talk, but we're taking talking questions from fans to put in the podcast. If you don't want to ask a question, that's okay." Jared responds. But I'm confused as to why she would be asking our questions for us. You're already pretty transparent about just answering our questions here and do a splendid job of that. When wouldn't she come with, some of her own questions for you? Why wouldn't she come with some questions for you? Now, I love when people take the Haley Grace approach where you compliment Aaron, you kiss his ass a little bit, but then backhand him a little bit. That approach seems to work well with him because he wants the praise, even though like basically everyone has started catching on to the Haley Grace Peterson method of trolling him with positivity and followed up by like putting him in his place. He's so gullible, he just eats it up. I guess you could just have her ask you these same questions in the interview reply. Like any podcast, it's a conversation. So these questions start the convo and we dive deeper into it. Like, bro, I don't think he's gonna dive deeper into it. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. This is a way to make sure the questions fans want get asked. You got to stop looking at things like the glass is half empty. It's honestly bad for your mental health. There it go. There it go. If you're looking at Aaron's glass is half empty, it's bad for your mental health. Positivity is the key for happiness. Now, he cooks them. And a lot of people caught on that he said that, hey, this is bad for your mental health. It's pretty sad for you to bring mental health into this. Like that was an issue. The glass isn't half full or half empty. You keep telling us the glass is in distribution and just glossing over any updates regarding to said glass. I mean, there are no updates. I mean, y'all can keep asking for them, but hey, he got none for you. Also, how does my mental health have anything to do with you scripting the questions meant to be asked to you? Again, under normal circumstances, the host poses the questions for the guest. Look at any talk show, look at any podcast. You're doing things backwards, then blaming people with supposed mental health issues. Be better. You love to see it. You love to see it. Gaslighting, my dude. Like you will always have bots in his chat. Yep. I guess it's my fault that Aaron has fumbled the distribution and now has 5,000 Kickstarters coming for him. My bad, y'all. Now here come Haley Grace Peterson. You have to love her. I'm sure Aaron hates her because she trolls him every chance she gets without fail. I'm devastated Aaron would bring mental health into this. An incredibly sensitive subject, which we have been more than sympathetic to him with considering he lost someone close to him due to mental health. In fact, we all lost someone we treasured. Sick to my stomach for you, Jared. Please keep being you and know you're not alone. Never let anyone judge you or perform a diagnosis off one single comment. I'm glad you said something. Please keep talking. No, for fans are asking them. It's probably not all the questions, just some of them. Look, bots will be bots, man. Now, if he wants to have a podcast with him and his wife asking questions, who's going to stop him? But he clearly doesn't want people like Jared asking questions. And why would he? He's blocked so many people who ask the good questions, who watch the content and say, hey, we saw this on his stream. What's that? Silly clickbait conspiracies. That's it. And it's done. On to the next one. So dismissive of you. But let me know what you guys think. See you next video.